Hello. How are you?
Hello. I's
Well,
fine. I's fine. I's fine. I's... Hello, good people. Hey,
it's
wait a
us.
minute. It's us. Wait a minute. Isn't that on wasn't that on what did you call that on Not Coming to America when he's like, hello, good people, or something like that.
I
Hello,
think it
my
was.
people.
I think hello, my people. Yes, I think that was. I think that was Coming to America. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, Kiki. Welcome to Voices of Vision, you guys.
Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome,
How's your
welcome.
How's your week? How's your week been? How's your week been? Uh-oh. You freezing again.
What? My am I free? Am I woke? Am I freezing? Am I
What?
up?
Eric. Okay, you're back.
That's what it's. I'm back. Hello. Okay. Maybe we gonna have to look. Maybe you don't like where I'm at or something. I don't know.
Maybe you look good now.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
you know what? It has been an interesting week. I can honestly say I've had a good week so far. Thus far. Yes. Yes, and I would like to send out a big congratulations to you, my best friend, on your engagement.
Thank you.
Because y'all just don't understand.
You be quiet.
Y'all just don't understand.
I'm so take a minute to get here. And not because he didn't want to get here.
I know.
I was trying to take my time. But I'm happy. I am. I'm happy now, and I'm engaged, y'all. Ooh, I said it out loud.
Let's see that ring.
A fiance. Oh, okay, hold on.
You gotta bring that. Yeah, folks. Yeah, yep, right there. He did an amazing job. And
yes,
you know what? I
really good.
You know what impressed me the most about him was that he never gave up. He never stopped fighting, even when you were saying, "I'm scared." You know, I got some things. I'm divorced, but it's things that just I got to. And he was so patient and loving, and so I really am happy for you. I'm happy for him because he has an amazing woman. So I'm just as happy for him as well. Yes.
Thank you. So, and now the journey begins because I got a wedding to plan. Lord. Whew.
I just hope that it's in the kind of the warmer side somewhere, or because it's cold in Cleveland.
You know, this man is not trying to wait.
I got
so here is the problem. He's not trying to wait, but I got all kind of things because I wasn't expecting this per se. I'm just living life business as usual. I'm scheduling things and doing things that I got already planned, that I can't just be like, in between there's a wedding.
Right.
So it kind of pushes us further and further to the end of the year, which takes us back to what? The cold.
Winter.
So
I guess I'll be seeing y'all in the winter again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like I said, I'm just really excited. I love it when you see us folks that's in our 40s continuing to live, and we don't stop, because I think I was discussing this with my mother earlier. I know a lot of older women and men that either get married and they're not happy, and then they stay together, and then 90% of their life is gone, and then they just stuck there and they never grow. Or people that go through a divorce, and a divorce is a whole nother thing. It's really a loss. It's a loss. Right. And anybody that's been through it, they know what it feels like, a loss, and it always is with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But people that are courageous enough to say, you know what? I fell off that bike, but I'm okay. I'm gonna get back on it. I deserve to be loved. I would know it's somebody out there that can love me. But let me tell y'all something.
Yep.
You cannot receive the capacity of love that you want if you are not willing or not capable of giving it. So some of you all that want faithful, you want people, somebody that can support you financially, spiritually, mentally. You cannot receive that love if you are not capable of giving it. Remember, you give them, it's the energy. Once you change it, I promise you, you will attract everything you want. Because I think we're going to talk about manifestation today.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Exactly. We're gonna talk about manifestation, and I know that you wanted to kind of speak on the just touch on a little bit about the young man that the FedEx driver. We can
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
we can kind
Yes.
of pop that a little bit. But first, if you want to go ahead and just let everybody know why
Yeah.
Sade wasn't on the show. Or...
Yeah, so we originally, if you've been following us, we had planned for tonight's show to be on mental health. We are going to still have that, but unfortunately can't be tonight because the young lady that was supposed to discuss that with us lost her grandmother, which her mother is also a close friend of ours, and that was her mother. So we just want to send a warm, oh my goodness, hugs and love and condolences out to Sade Smith and Monique Denton Davis's family. You guys are in our thoughts and our prayers continuously.
Absolutely. Please, you all, please keep her in your prayers. If you know Monique didn't, please shout her out and send her some love. She's always on the women's page. She's also the founder of Embrace Your Cake. She's a
Yes,
phenomenal woman right now. She needs your strength. Everybody knows if you haven't lost a parent, just to imagine it is hard. So please, you all
yes,
send out her love, out that love for her.
yes, absolutely. So, switching gears, you guys might have heard about, and I'm sorry, I don't have that video queued up. It's just too much. I don't want to watch it. Don't want to. But I think maybe 2 weeks ago, young man, FedEx driver. Now, granted, he was not in a FedEx truck, but he had on his FedEx uniform, as he would, pulled into, and this happened in Mississippi. Um, Pulls up in driveway to drop off a package, which is what courier drivers do. Dropped off the package, and two white males pulled up behind him, and he thought that they were waiting. He thought maybe he was in
He
their
was in there.
driveway, and he was waiting for them to, they were waiting for him to pull out, which that was not the case. So as he was pulling out, he was, pulling out because he thought they were trying to come in. They tried to block him. And then he realized he was in a situation and started to speed off. One of the men got out of the car, was waiting for him in the middle of the street with a gun, and proceeds to go, "Stop right here. Come here, come here." And he was like, "Absolutely not." As all of you have seen, the Ahmaud Arbery case, we know what happened. And I think if that young man would have been in a car, he might still be alive. So, um, at any rate, long story short, he drove off. These guys shot at him, trying to kill him. Okay, and so he is still alive. He escaped harm, and now he's got a case. The two men are in jail. No, I believe they were let out
Oh
on a
wow.
bond. They were arrested but let out on a bond, very small bond from what I understand, which is unheard of. And they are not being charged with attempted murder.
Right. And so I would have to look up. Remember, I was telling you the statute of
Yeah,
Mississippi, the different statutes, because just because it says aggravated assault with
assault.
something, it said it may have the stipulations under there that does say attempted murder. It could be under there. So I would have to look.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if a male jumps in the middle of the street with a gun and he's telling me come here and he's pointing at me and then somebody's blocking me and I'm in fear for my life. As far as I'm concerned, when you start firing at that car, even law enforcement, there are certain
Absolutely.
stipulations that we cannot fire at cars, though some of them may, but we're not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to unless it's just now. If you charging us with your car, absolutely, that's deadly
Right.
force, of course.
Right.
So he's trying to get out the way. You shooting at me. To me, you attempted to murder me. You attempted it. If them bullets would have went through my car, you'd have killed me. So it's almost like, what are we doing? It's almost like we are glorifying vigilantism. That's what I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
call it. I just made up a new word. Um,
Yeah.
for people to step up and say it's a suspicious person. So my question to maybe the audience, maybe you all can help us.
Mm-hmm.
What is a suspicious person?
Hmm.
I'm
So
I'm
I'm just
so
gonna say what they said, and then y'all can
okay.
chime in what y'all think a suspicious person is.
Okay.
They someone who ain't supposed to be in their neighborhood. How you know he ain't supposed to be in this neighborhood?
So that still doesn't make sense because there's no signs that say no blacks allowed. I don't think that there's no signs that say no such and such or only no. You can't tell me I'm not allowed to be in the neighborhood. So what are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about? Like that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make any sense. What makes him suspicious? He's inside of a Hertz van. He gets out of the car in a full FedEx uniform. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure he's delivering packages because that's what he was
Mm-hmm.
doing.
He
If
was.
you feel like somebody's suspicious, you live in a decent neighborhood, call the police, let them do their job. That's their
Mm-hmm.
job to go check if somebody's suspicious. But some of you all are walking around and you're so on edge and so hyped up. If somebody don't look like they live in my neighborhood, there are neighbors in my neighborhood that I've never seen in my life. That
That's
doesn't
right.
make it, they live here. I just have never seen them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It makes me concerned for Uber drivers. It makes me
Mm-hmm.
concerned for door dashers. It makes me concerned as people gonna start getting so off the hook that the services that are being provided to help people, some people can't leave the houses still. Some people are
Right.
afraid to leave their houses. Should those people be afraid now that if I pull into a nice neighborhood, oh my God, y'all gonna
Mm-hmm.
try to stop me? And I'm not gonna let
Mm-hmm.
you stop me with no gun. I don't know what you about to try to do to me. Because if you
Exactly.
really were a law-abiding citizen, you would have called the police.
Right. Because that's what you're supposed to do. These people taking the law into their own hands is driving me crazy because you feel, well, I've never seen him before. That don't mean that I don't belong here. I've seen so many videos where you got these Karens stopping people from coming in apartment buildings. I've never seen you in this apartment. So you know all the people in this apartment. You know who the people in the apartment's guests are. How
But
do
you
you
know,
know? That is just amazing to me.
but the
The
crazy thing
gall.
is, but when something happens in the building, you ain't seen nothing. But
Ain't seen nothing.
you see these suspicious people in the building.
That
It's
part.
just, it's so sad. It's almost like I feel like the mess that our country is in
Mm-hmm.
is part of it is us because it's
Mm-hmm.
just we allow things in our thinking and we how come we can't agree to disagree? I don't have to
Right.
live like you. You ain't got to live like me. We don't have to look alike. You don't have,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Honestly, you don't have to like me. If you don't like
Mm-hmm.
me because I'm a woman, fine. If you don't like me because I'm black, fine. If you don't like, just don't like me, but respect me. How about
Right.
I respect you, you respect me? I want you
That
to go
part.
home safely to your family so you can raise your family. I want you to allow me to do the same thing with my family. How
Mm-hmm.
about we all just agree to disagree? You ain't got to me, honestly, racism ain't even important to me. All I ask you to
Right.
do is respect me. When I was in uniform, I would tell people, I know you don't like this uniform. I know you got a problem with police. Just respect Nakia. If I
Right.
respect you, you respect me. That's all I'm asking. And that's what
Right.
I think we're going to have to live by right now until people get that compassion can come back to say, we are all human beings. We all
Right.
bleed the same. We all hurt the same. We all
Yep.
go through the same exact things. Ain't no other race superior than any other race. And when you think that way, you have some messed up thinking. Your critical thinking skills is all jacked up. And that's
Yep.
when you have people that do foolishness. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to be a vigilante. And to me, that ain't even vigilanteism. That's just, you want to be a terrorist. You're a terrorist on United. Who are you to stop somebody? I'm a citizen just like you.
Mm-hmm. It's
You didn't
another
see me.
Trayvon Martin situation.
Right.
I mean, and from what I heard on the dispatch when they called in, um, they said, we got a call that there was a suspicious person because the boy, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call him a boy, the young man who, when he was fleeing, called 911, and the dispatch operator told him, well, we just got a call that there was somebody suspicious at that address. Were you just at that address? And he said, I work for FedEx. I was delivering
Mhm.
something.
So it
Still
was the
no.
same thing. It was they called it in, just like the Amar Arbery. They called it in, but instead of waiting for the police to do their job, they
Mm-hmm.
decided to take the law in their own hands. So what happens if that man had started firing back? Then he would have been wrong. The FedEx driver. I mean, come on, y'all.
Right.
Haven't we done enough killing? If y'all want to be vigilantes, why don't you join the service? The Marine Air
Service.
Force, Navy, Marines, you can get over there and do whatever you want to do. But the thing is, y'all know y'all got to be disciplined. And y'all just want to run
Discipline.
around and do all kind of crazy nonsense.
That
Yeah,
part. They don't want to, they still don't want to listen to nobody.
right,
So they're gonna be disciplined if they gotta do that. Somebody gonna be telling them what to do.
right,
They don't
right,
want to do that. They don't want to
right.
do that. So, oh my gosh. So what Kiki just said something. I'm sorry. I put it up and then I took it back down. She says, suspicious for them. I'm sorry, I need to pop it back up. I don't want you or anyone like you here.
But then, right, but my thing is, like you here, what do you mean? Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful or racist, but there are bad white folks. There are bad black folks. There are some black folks I don't want to live nowhere near, just like it's some white folks I don't want to live near. There are some Hispanic folks I don't want to live near. It has nothing to do with the color of the person. It's their attitude and their integrity and how they want to live. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't care if you could be the liliest white person in the world. If you a terrible person, I don't want you in my neighborhood either. But I ain't gonna run around and try to shoot you down. What is wrong with you? If you a terrible black person, you don't care, you just up here running amok, I definitely don't want you in my neighborhoods. You know why? Because now what you do is you bring that negative stigma into our communities. And now my son and my daughter got to worry about being what am I saying? Categorize it with you. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't want you in my neighborhoods if you a bad influence, period. It ain't got nothing to do with the color of your skin, but if you doing, come on now, we got to get better than that. That's just foolishness.
It's stereotypical.
Yes.
And it's racist. It's flat out racist, because there's nothing about that young man. I could understand. Oh, I can't understand, but I could see you going, there's a Hertz truck there. It's still okay. So what if the person had, Hertz trucks usually are used for moving or whatever. What about the fact that he was there, besides the fact that he was black? When it all boils down to that, what says that he was suspicious?
And it was a predominant. So let me give you a known fact, white people, excuse me, some of y'all that are racist and don't understand, and even some black people that may not understand. I was a law enforcement officer for 22 years. Typically, black men that want to rob somebody's house is not going to go into a white neighborhood in broad daylight in a white Hertz truck, get out of the car and walk like normal. They don't. I mean, that typically does not happen. I think some of them are a little bit, you're going to go in a nice neighborhood that's predominantly white as a black man in broad daylight in a Hertz truck by yourself to rob. Typically, unless there are some mental health issues, usually I'm not trying to be funny, but most criminals are a little bit smarter than this, a tad bit smarter than that. Why wouldn't they stay in their own neighborhood or around in their neighborhood where they could kind of fit in? Don't you think that there are blacks that have nice homes and money and
no, they don't think that. That's part of the problem.
Well, let me let everybody know that as well. Just like there are rich whites, there are rich blacks. There's like there are poor blacks, there are poor whites. That's my thing. I'm like, this racism makes no kind of sense. It just, in my logical mind, I don't look at people and say, I don't like you because you're white. I don't like you because you're black. No, I don't like you because of your demeanor. And a lot of times it's not that I don't like the person. I don't like the behavior of the person.
That part.
The behavior. So if we all learn how to just treat one another the way we want to be treated, it's so simple. Just I don't have to like you. Just be respectful to you. You know, I treat you with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? It's so messed up, and I feel like the forces that be want to force a race war, and we cannot allow that, y'all, because there's too many of us that are not like that. We don't think like that. That's not even our. It's more of us that are not racist. Trust me. Yeah. Then there is more. We have got to cause. This is just too much. And I love the fact that my daughter, that their generation is so different. Like they don't move like that. They're not as judgmental as we were. I mean, as we are, as the older generation.
Yeah, because it's like, it seems like our generation started to try to bring it out and do it. It just didn't fully flip over. And then now our kids' generation, it seems like they're not on that stuff. They're not on that stuff at all. They're like, that's my friend over there. Oh, and he happens to be white, or she happens to be white. Yeah, okay.
That's
what I'm saying? Yeah. What's Kiki say? She says that behavior isn't logical. It's not rooted in reason. It's rooted in hatred and false sense of pride.
Right. And usually people that hate other people is something inside of you that you are not okay with. That's the reason why this show was so important. Mental health. I think, I'm not trying to be funny, I think everybody in the world should sit down with somebody at one point or another.
At some point in time. Yep. Yeah.
We all need to.
We've all gone through some traumas in life. No one has not been skewed by some sort of a trauma. Some very small traumas can affect you.
That's right.
Everybody don't have a major trauma like I've been abused or I've been molested. Everybody don't have
Right.
that trauma, but there are
Right.
traumas that happen in our life,
Right.
even the smallest of traumas, even in a family where you had both parents, where you
Mhm.
had seemed like you had everything, you lived in a nice neighborhood, both parents worked, you didn't seem like you were wanting for something. There are still emotional traumas in those homes.
Absolutely.
People don't think it, but they exist. They're
Abs-
there. So yes, mental health is very important.
Absolutely. It was. I was reading up. You all know that I'm in school, getting my minor in criminal justice, and my major is psychology. And it was interesting to read about brutalization. And when I read the word, mind is thinking somebody beating somebody brutalizing somebody.
Right.
But in the sense that they were saying was that a lot of violent people that are violent or that do violent acts, they've been brutalized. And I said, okay, so yeah, they do say that most abuse children, but it went deeper. It was given the 4 different elements of brutalization. Do you all understand that the start of brutalization is one, either somebody trying to have power over you or to show you that they're in control, and they physically or emotionally intimidate you? That's the one. The second one is knowing somebody that has been abused or been that has had violence towards them. That also affects you, just knowing somebody, because what you don't understand is as if you're close to that person, their reality becomes your reality psychologically.
I can see that.
The third thing of brutalization is encouraging somebody to be violent towards somebody. So I didn't even know that. You know how you tell your children, you better not let them hit you. You better go out there and hit them back. I'm teaching my child that violence is okay. That is all right, and I understand. It was really just interesting, but you plant that seed that your child or that they may grow up to be violent. Of course, there's other factors, depending how you were raised, what you believe in. Of course, mental health, a lot of things, but we don't realize that small things brutalize us that we may not even have to go through. So just you being my best friend, and if I was physically abused and I'm telling you about it, that becomes your reality as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was deep.
That makes sense because I mean, just in things that you have gone through in the last 6 years has affected me.
True.
If you think about it, and you're like, well, it's not happening to me. It didn't happen to you, but I'm walking that with you. I'm helping you get through it. So it's going to affect me. And you heard, I heard.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense. That makes total sense.
That's the connection thing we were talking about. Remember, I said some of y'all but need to get rid of some of these connections that y'all have, and I'll say it again. I'm in my season, so I'm.
Yes, you are.
Y'all just don't
wait
know.
to talk about it.
Thank you, Jesus, Holy Spirit. All right with me.
I can't wait to talk about
but
it.
I talked about it, and I said, number one, when you're connected to somebody, I don't have to be with you to feel you.
Yeah.
If you connected to somebody, when I hear your voice, I can tell something's wrong with you. And it was interesting when I told the little story about connection. And if I open this drawer right now and slam my hand in this drawer, and I'm standing up 9 inches out of 10, I'm gonna start jumping my feet, or my other hand gonna be ooh, everything. Yeah. But I only slammed this finger. But because it's connected, the whole body it's trauma to the finger, everything. So my thing is, if you connected to me, I get it. I see you walking through my pain. I can see the different things that you would go through. So it makes a lot of sense. And I'm grateful for you. I love you. I listen, you already know. You already know. I'm so grateful for you. I really am.
Well, that goes both ways. That's not one-sided. Definitely not. Because I've gone through some things too that you've helped me with. So
yes, ma'am.
That's definitely a give and take situation.
Yes. I think if I could give advice to these women and men, get you a village. Get you a village. You better hear what I'm telling you. You already know it ain't gonna always be sunshine. And I think that some of us that run around and say, "Oh, my car got repossessed," that's a storm. "Oh my God, I don't feel good today," that's a storm. "Oh my God, I ain't get my check," that's a storm. "Oh my God," no. When you really go through a storm, when you really go, listen, Linda, when When you go through a Job moment, when everything you broke down, when you have your garden and Gethsemane experience, when you feel like I don't have nothing, my hope is gone, that's a storm. You better get you a village, because that village around you, I'm telling you, you're going to need it. You're going to need it.
Absolutely.
I promise you, you're going to need it. I don't care. That's why I think when they say, man said it's not good, God said it's not good for man to be alone. It's not just about marriage either. It's period.
Right. Yeah.
You need you a village there to speak of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You cannot isolate. That's why it's not good to isolate, because you need somebody, even if it's just one person. Make that one person your village. You know, because there are some people battling with trust and trusting others, you know. So if you got that, at least that one person that you can confide in, that you can rely on. And when I say rely on, they've been tried and tested in that reliability, in that loyalty, then that's the person you hold on to. Right?
No,
absolutely.
Get rid of them.
We would play it, but Facebook will shut us down.
I'm feeling no friend. Just me and my twin in them. I'm so serious, you all. I think me and Jocelyn talked about friendship, and remember we were talking. I said I don't understand it, Jocelyn, because we have been introduced and we've been around a lot of different women, and what I realized is that. Mm-hmm. At first, I used to get mad because I was that person that I wanted everybody to like me. And even if I had to dumb down myself or not act a certain way to make you like me or overextend myself, whatever I thought I could do to make you like me, I wanted to do that. That was me. But I look at a lot of females' relationships, and this is my best friend, and to see their behavior towards one another. Remember, I told you it causes me to pause a little because we move a little different. But I think it was something. Yeah, I think it was something that you said. You said, I think that people, what did you say? Let their guards down too soon before they really get to know the person.
Yes. And so they let them in too soon. Too soon. You start telling them your personal business. You start because you have a good heart doesn't mean that person's definition of friendship is the same as yours. So maybe that's something when you sitting down with your best friends this weekend or getting with people you getting to know this close, ask them, what does friendship mean to you? What does it look like? And see if they're going to be real with you. And then watch their actions, watch their work, because I think some of us get too trusting of people, and then we get mad when they tell off our business and we think that they're bad people, but it's not that. Their definition of friendship may not be the same. Some women believe it. We can argue and cuss each other out and stuff, and we'll be friends the next day. I don't move like that. You can talk about me behind my back or try to set me up or hurt me. I don't move like that. My cutoff game is mine too. You already know.
I think yours is worse than mine.
What? No.
Y'all don't believe the hype. I wish I could play the music for you because I would. Yo, yes, you are. I think I'm more emotional. So I think more with my heart. I'm like, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Jay, you like, no, Kai. I'm like, no, you like, okay, yep, okay, we gonna go ahead.
But I think it depends on the person though.
Yeah.
And the situation.
True that.
And how they hurt me or you.
True. But I'm more of a forgiving person. You don't think so? Yes.
Depends. Yeah, I guess. But I give more chances. You don't give more chances.
No, that's not true. I don't believe that.
I give more chances. I'm always like, well, let's try to look at this side of it first before we totally. I do.
You don't get more chance. No, you don't get more chance. You give good advice when I be like, I'm about to be. You like, well, Kai, you always give me that critical thinking side. Like, think of it from this perspective. But you cut people off fast. You like, I'm not gonna deal with it. No. And I'm like, but Jay, Kai, I'm telling you. And you like, and when you like, Kai, I'm telling you. And then the thing about you is, and I don't know whether I just don't know. You don't have a poker face or a poker attitude. So let me tell y'all.
Oh, geez.
I've taken Jocelyn around people that she didn't care about. And I'm like, Jocelyn, at least be nice. She be looking at them like they stink. Like,
Kai, what you want me to do? I'm sitting there like, this is usually the face.
That's the face.
But what other I'm supposed to?
At least you could be like, "Hi, how you doing?" And that could
I
be. And
do
I'm
that.
no, oh
I
no,
do.
no, oh no,
I do say hi.
Kiki. If you still on here, don't believe the hype. She's telling the story.
I do say hi. Now it's the way that I say hi that might give it away, but I say hi.
Sometimes, but I guess some people are built different.
It
That's why I
depends
said
now. It depends on the person and why I'm in this feeling about them as well.
okay,
Because there
okay.
are some people. There are some people where only reason I'm standing here and I ain't punched you in the face is because of her. That's
Yeah,
And then there are some that I'm just like, she think I think she's, good, but I don't know. No, I don't trust you. Not one little bit. Not one little bit.
right.
And
I
I'm
see
looking at
you.
you and
I,
smiling. Yeah, no. Right.
I'm learning.
It
I'm
just
learning
depends.
now. Well, we're learning to love people where they are. I love you where I am. Talk about
Yeah.
manifestation. I
Yeah.
also believe in you all. I promise. My mom used to talk about energy a long time. That's so weird. My sister would talk about like that sounds so weird. Energy is real. I have to come back and
Yeah.
humbly apologize for this to them because it's real. I'm very open.
Yeah.
I am very overprotective of my energy. I don't deal with certain people, and I don't allow people certain
Yeah.
access to me. I'm telling you all, build your village and build your village wisely, and watch the people that you are connected to. You will be so
Yeah.
surprised when you let certain things go. How God will turn your. Don't make me
Yeah.
start. I'm telling you, the
Yeah.
blessings will come,
I mean,
and your
it's
life will change.
absolutely true. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
true. And I was like you. I didn't get the whole energy thing, but all it is when you say when they say sometimes you absorb the behavior of a person. So if a person come in the room and you're in a good mood, and the person come in the room and they just like to everything, whether you're in a good mood or not, that puts a little damper on you a little bit.
true,
Even if you're trying to, you like, I'm gonna ignore her energy is a little off. She over there, but she continue in that mode, it's gonna
right,
put you in that either a similar mode or just as bad. So
right.
that's what we mean when we say, guard your energy, because other people's actions and the way that they act can affect how you are, in that moment. You don't need nobody to be bringing negativity in your life.
And especially if you're trying to grow. If you're trying to
Grow,
grow, you have to
yes.
remember that you're going to be tempted of think of with things that you used to be and things that you used to do or things that
Hmm.
behavior that you say, I don't do that. I'm not, what I'm saying.
Right.
I even say the same thing. I even would laugh and say, when I was younger, much younger. I'm too old now, y'all. I'm baby. I'm about to be 50. I ain't got time. But when I was much younger, before I became a cop and everything, and me and my friends would go to the club, if we was listening to Pistol Grip Pump on my lap at all times, we go to the club, if something jump off, yeah, it's gonna be bowdy. You be the energy from that
You in
music
that
be making
mode.
you pump like.
That's
So I
right.
wish a mother would. But if I'm listening to Let Me Hold You Tight,
Yep.
if only for one night. I'm thinking to myself, "Ooh, I can't wait to get on the phone. If I had a boo at the time, I can't wait to get on the phone and talk to my boo." You know what I'm saying? That you'd be like, I wanna, you know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
is, it really is true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Absolutely.
It really
Absolutely.
is true. Yeah.
So now there was one other case or situation I wanted to talk about. The young man, here we go again in Minneapolis. Is it Minneapolis where all these things keep happening? Where
Mhm.
George Floyd was and all that? That's Minneapolis.
Yes.
Oh Lord, they need to get that doggone state city together. So another hello Lewis
Hi,
Martin.
Louis. Hi, Louis.
Another this time a young man was killed with that whole no knock warrant situation, laying on the couch at his friend's house, not even at his house. And I don't know if you've seen the video on that. Again, I didn't want to even show these clips on here. We're trying to keep it positive as we can. But what's your thoughts on that, just from what you've heard in the media and just what you know about the case?
First of all, I just want to say this. I think that no knock warrant should be outlawed, period, everywhere. And my thing is this: if there's a reason for officers to have to go into a house with higher power rifles or firearms where we have to go in and we don't knock because it's something that dangerous going on, then let that be the reason. And when we go in there, it should be shown that. When we go in there, we should be able to articulate that. But I don't think that a no-knock warrant should be used for drugs. For what? Right. For what? If you've been watching and surveilling this person and you claiming you doing our surveillance, you didn't know that somebody else was in this house? Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that your duck should be in a serious role. You just don't know who's caught up on the other side. And it's not fair for law enforcement or anybody to say, oh, that was just a casualty. What if it had been a kid?
Right.
This young man didn't have nothing to do with this, but y'all went in there frivolously. You don't know where this person is you looking for. You kicking the door. I'm asleep. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm an ex-cop. Yes, I got guns in my house. If the police kick my door in right now and I don't know it's the police, hell yeah, I'm going to start, excuse me, heck yeah, I'm going to start shooting because I'm thinking somebody is coming in the house on top of me and my kids. And that is my thinking. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you have to think how a normal, prudent person will be. Anybody would tell you. It doesn't matter what color they are. If I'm in a dead sleep and I hear somebody kick my door and I hear a boom, that's why they tell even people with guns and us as law enforcement officers, don't sleep with your guns close to you. Because if you're woken up out of your sleep, like startled by your children, there have been officers that have shot their kids by mistake. There have been people that shot because they just, you scared me. So my thing is, a law enforcement officer, you're supposed to be prepared for those type of things and not with the mentality of, well, if they start shooting, I'm going to shoot back. No, with the mentality of, I already know I'm an officer. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being. If I'm laying in my bed and unfortunately somebody gets the wrong address and I'm a cop laying in the bed with my family and all of a sudden the cops kick my door and it's an accident. How about we start switching gears and then I'm going to grab my gun and they just shoot up and they shoot my kid or my son or my daughter. You ain't going to understand that.
Nope. That's
You're not going to. We have got to figure out a way to do these things differently. This no-knock warrant stuff is ridiculous. If you need to follow them and catch them on a traffic stop. And I mean, and use discretion. You ain't got to go in and shoot them blazing. When you go into somebody's house, like I said, in the middle of wee hours in the morning, you have to have some kind of thought that there's a chance that I'm going to startle somebody or that we're going to be startled because officers are already on high alert. If you're going for a no-knock warrant, what was it for? So you're already hyped. You're hyper and you just waiting. And now everybody's on edge now, like shoot and just shoot and let. When I became a cop, I told you, I was afraid. I was like, Lord, please don't. First of all, I don't want to kill nobody. Number two, I don't want to go to jail. I was like, I don't want to make a mistake and shoot somebody by mistake because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. But it seems like a lot of law enforcement officers now don't even take that into consideration. That's not even a consideration. Like
it's not a consideration because they've gotten off so many times and not being held accountable when they should be held accountable. That's not even their go to jail. That's unheard of. So like these last couple cases where these officers have gone to jail, they're like shocked that they even got dealt that hand.
Absolutely.
This, and because of what happened with George Floyd's situation, I think that was why the lady that just killed Dante Wright, she said she thought she pulled her taser, but she actually pulled her gun. The first response out of her was, "Oh my God, I'm going to prison." Why she think that? Not okay?
But not no remorse, no. Oh my God, I just
I'm
killed
going
somebody.
To prison. She says, I shot him. Oh my God, I'm going to prison. Those were her. That was
so.
Her,
but that tells you where her heart and her mind was at. And I'm not saying that she wasn't remorseful. I don't know her. I'm not her. Right. But that's what I'm saying. But I think when people keep asking me, and I've had a few people asking, Miss Jones, it don't look like nothing gonna change. And I know you feel like a smack in the face, everything that you speaking out. But my thing is, law enforcement will not change from the outside. There's nothing that we can do. You got to change them laws. What you need it's going to change from the inside. Like that black male officer that we saw the video. We'll make sure we bring it on. And that the white male officer he stomped the guy, and that black officer turned him around, and that female officer put cuffs on that officer and took and said, you going to jail for felonious assault. Why would you stomp this man in the face while we're conducting an arrest? This man is under arrest. We got him. You gonna kick him in the face? That black officer, male officer, grabbed him, put him against the car, and that white white female officer came and put cuffs on him. That's how you gonna change.
That was a black female.
I'm sorry, a sister. I'm sorry, it was a sister.
Yes,
I apologize. But
yes.
you're gonna have to change it from the inside, and that means good officers. Good officers don't have a color.
Stepping up.
Step up and say enough is enough. First of all, you putting my life in danger. You jeopardizing my job. Don't nobody want to work with us no more. I got to be more afraid of the community because they're afraid of me as well. No, you're not going to keep on being out here running amok and giving us such a bad reputation that now I feel like me and my family are in danger because of your behavior. No, we gonna clean this from the inside out. You have got to let these officers clean their house from the inside out. And if you have a department that continues to show racist mentality, and sometimes it's not racist, the God complex, I'm superior to you. They have a dictatorship. When you have a department that continues to show this type of behavior, it shows and it talks about the leadership. And I'm not trying to be funny. And if that type of behavior continues, you probably got more bad apples than you do good ones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And 9 times out of 10, that is the case. And because of those bad apples, the good officers, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they're afraid.
A lot of them are.
They're afraid of what might happen because there's more. They're outnumbered.
But my thing is now, enough is enough. I'm sorry, you good officers. If you ain't saying nothing, you just as bad as them. That's like me watching a girl get raped and saying, "Oh, I was scared to say anything, but I watched it."
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense. Or I watched something happen and I don't. I mean, even I'll go to jail if I watch a crime and don't report it. What's
that called? What's that called?
Complicity. You're complicity.
You're being complicit.
Yes. Yep. So my thing is, these good officers, if you're a good officer, show it in your actions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you should be such a good officer with such integrity that these officers that are so-called bad officers, I really think that they have a lot of mental health issues. Some of them, I do feel like they're racist, but not all of them. And I'm gonna say that again, not all officers are racist just because they show brutality. A lot of them have a God complex. A lot of them have a superiority complex. And a lot of them are not just white officers.
Right.
You got white, you got Hispanic, you got black officers, and they listen.
Yes.
So you got to start it from the inside. You got to root it from the inside out, and you have to let these officers start holding their counterparts accountable. Period.
Yeah, the accountability is the very big thing.
Accountability
and qualified immunity.
And I think that when you cross the line, when it shows that you have overstepped your boundary as a law enforcement officer, especially if it can show that it's been racially motivated, or you know what I'm saying, I think that you shouldn't be covered by the color code of the law at that point. It shouldn't say you as an officer. It should be taken, and you should be tried just like a normal human being, because when you started acting like you were this uniform and this oath, you stepped outside of it, you were no longer covered by it.
Yep. Because that's supposed to be the parameters of it, right?
Accountability.
Yeah.
Accountability.
So yeah. Well, those are just the 2 cases I wanted to talk about because they were the most recent things in the news, and we trying to stay away from most of the non-positive things these days, but it still needs to be discussed, still needs to be talked about. So today was a pretty good day to do that. What's some other stuff that's been going on?
Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, the Super Bowl. How many Bengals fans did we have out there? And how many Rams fans did we have?
I already know. I know Lakeisha like we whooped.
I was rooting for Ohio. I was rooting for Ohio just because it was an Ohio team.
Me too.
And I know that this is their 3rd time going to the Super Bowl and not winning, even though never been. Well, we've been before it was called the Super Bowl back in the 60s. So we have not been since it's been called the Super Bowl ever. So I just was wanting to root for a team in Ohio. Doggone.
Please, somebody. But that halftime show, what did y'all think about that?
Yes, I need to hear. Let's see. Do we have some people saying? Oh, Kiki was a Bengals fan. But what did y'all feel about the halftime show?
How did you guys feel about it?
What did you feel about it, Kai?
Okay, it gave me a 90s vibe. I was pumped. I was like, but I do think The music was too loud. I couldn't hear them. It was like they was screaming, and I'm like, I wanted to hear them. I wanted to hear them. I wanted to hear them. Like, but they did their thing. They did.
Yeah, it's like you wanted to feel it here, and I didn't feel it here. I was like, is my TV not up loud enough?
Yes, but I heard a lot of people say it was something with the sound there. That's why it was so. The music was loud, but I couldn't hear the. You know what I'm saying? But that. They showed out. And I said, Mary J, you still got it. Get it, girl.
She still got it. I like Mary.
Yeah,
I've always liked Mary. Yeah.
She's a good performer. She's a performer. She's a good performer. Dr. Dre, Dre Day.
Okay, but what was wrong with 50 though? What was wrong with 50? He was kind of chubbly.
I think I'm telling you, this coronavirus or whatever, COVID-19, then had a lot of us in the house just grubbing. Yeah. Even Eminem was picked up a little bit of weight.
He picked up a little weight. Oh, Dominique said, awesome. It took me back. Kiki said the halftime was fire.
Yeah, I said this is a 90s party right here.
Yes, it was definitely a 90s party.
Now, you know it'll be cold because you know they say LA and Atlanta go back and forth because they got a bunch of the stars. Now, it would be nice if we could have a Super Bowl here and then have the people from Atlanta, the stars here perform. I definitely want to see? One person I want to see. I don't care what's happening. Luda.
Oh Lord, you like you some Luda. I know you like you some Luda.
Listen, Ludacris get on he can get on any I don't care, any song, love song, anything. That when he get on there, he does. He
just makes
me feel so comfortable. I'm like, yes,
go Luda.
Go Luda. Shout out to Luda. ATL. Yes. I really, really like Ludacris. I do.
Yeah. I like Luda.
Yes.
Okay, what else did you think of? Okay, so I've been seeing some things in the news that the NFL, they were not displeased that Eminem took a knee. He took a knee at the beginning of his performance. Did you see him do that? They were not displeased with that. But they tried to, I guess what we didn't know behind the scenes is that what was the guy's name that was down on the floor that I keep telling you that was in the brown boxes? I can never think of his name.
Oh yeah, come on, y'all help him. What is his name? Dominique, I know you know his name. The one that I love them, the ones that did the soldier thing.
Yeah.
I guess
cold. Something he said at the beginning, they bleeped it out where we couldn't hear, but he said it anyways. So I guess they were delayed on they.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, he started rapping, and they whatever he said at the beginning, they bleeped it so we couldn't hear it. And then
what did he say?
I can't remember, but it was something. It was something racial. Something racial.
About racial in a bad way, or just talking about racial?
I have to look it up, babe. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And then somebody else said something that they didn't want them to say, but they did change it but it was like the NFL previously when they did I guess the practices and stuff made them change those things. But Kendrick Lamar went ahead and said what he wanted to say.
Listen, because Kendrick Lamar is a monster. Respect to you, Kendrick Lamar. And I'm gonna say Eminem, I ain't trying to be funny. Eminem is a brother.
Yeah,
Eminem's been a brother for a long time, y'all.
He's a light skin. He's a light skin.
Look, Eminem, some of y'all is light skins. You are inducted in as the light skin because
absolutely.
I love Eminem, man. I love Eminem. He just as crazy. I just love him to life. I like Eminem. He from the Detroit.
From the Detroit. Yes.
8 Mile. Shout out, Dr. Dre. I see you. Wait a minute. One other thing, y'all. Congratulations, Snoop Dogg. Let me tell you something. When they talk about you turn when God will turn around, he owns death row.
Yeah. Hey, did you see him crip walking across the stage? Get it, boy.
I said, go, Snoop. Shout out to
ain't changed. He ain't changed not one little bit.
I like him too. He's so chill. Guess who?
Yes.
So I said, go, Snoopy. Yes. So congratulations, Snoop Dogg. You're doing some big things. I hope that you continue. And he does a lot of things in the community as well. Because I've done a little research. Snoop Dogg, you all right with me? Much respect and congratulations. Where you can take something that was rough, because anybody that watched or read the documentary about Death Row and the different things they went through, and for him to turn around and buy it, I have a lot of respect, much respect.
Absolutely.
Much respect.
So in light of the fact that it is February and we've been, posting a lot of Black history facts on the Real Officer Nakia Jones page. The one that I just posted recently that I was like blown away. I didn't have no idea. Did you know that Black folks discover hockey?
I didn't. No, when I saw it, I was like, what?
Okay, so I'm gonna read it. And if y'all go on the Real Officer Nakia Jones page, you'll see I posted it there. It says Black slaves who ran away to Nova Scotia invented the sport of ice hockey, but many think it's a white man's sport. Did y'all know that?
Go Black people. I love it. Black History Month.
Yes. I've been trying to post
phenomenal.
I've been trying to post things that we didn't even have no clue about, like things that we invented, things that we were involved in, things we were the first to do, that kind of stuff. It's nice to hear about Malcolm and Martin and Rosa and all those, people who have paved the way in one way or not. Yes, hello, Miss Rosa Parks.
Miss Rosa Parks.
But I want to also hear about all these other people that have paved the way and have done things that if it wasn't for them, the toilet and the light and the all kind of stuff, soap.
Yes.
Soap.
Yes.
Like there's different things,
much respect to you to create this soap. I love you, because I'm telling you right now, I can't deal with this. Thank you for the soap.
And the toothpaste.
Black folks, listen here, y'all are phenomenal beyond measures. We are phenomenal, and I wish that more of us would know that and believe that. And I believe that it will stop us from hating on one another and killing one another. We are phenomenal. And if they were creating this stuff back then, can you imagine what's inside of our children right now? I'm gonna say that one more time. Yes. If they were creating stuff like that back then, can you imagine what's in our children right now? We just gotta nourish it and push it out of them and let them know you are beautiful. You don't have to hate on nobody else. It's enough for everybody to go around. You don't have to step on nobody. You don't have to, especially not nobody that looks like you. You shouldn't do that to nobody. It's called integrity. It doesn't matter who it is. You need to be making sure you're taking care of you and let them take care of them, but you help people. You don't have to ruin somebody or try to hurt somebody to evolve, because I promise you, you will fall. The fall will come.
Say that again.
It will come.
Yes.
It will come.
That part.
Yes. Yes. I saw you put on Chief Guyton. Congratulations, Chief Mitchell Guyton. The first Black chief in East Cleveland. That was my first chief. He was a phenomenal chief.
I thought you would like that one. I thought you would like that one.
I did. EC Shaw High.
You know.
Kiki, y'all don't talk about me. Don't talk about it. I know y'all right. We gonna shout out the Ville, because all of my children graduated from the Ville. From the Ville, we're gonna shout out the Ville. All right, Warrensville, you've done some history as well. Marcia Fudge was the first Black female mayor of the city of Warrensville Heights. No matter. Congratulations, much respect for that. That was amazing.
Who was the first Black female officer in Warrensville? I know we know. Don't we know somebody? It was the first Black female officer in Warrensville.
Just funny, y'all. Just funny.
Do we know? Oh, Nakia. Let's get it. Yes.
Thank you, Lord. I'm grateful. Kiki.
Yes, Kiki.
Much gratitude, and it was an honor. It was an honor serving the city of Warrensville Heights. It was really an honor. I met some very beautiful people there, and I still have people there now. Congratulations to my son Jeremiah, ripping the ball up on the court, just doing his thing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I appreciate the city of Warrensville Heights for the opportunity that they gave me, and I will always have admiration for that city. So yeah.
I got another first that we didn't know about.
Okay, give it to me.
A Black woman named Erin Jackson won the gold medal in speed skating. First Black woman to win a gold medal in speed skating. She made history in these Olympics. Speed skating. Can you believe that?
No.
Yeah. That's the bomb to the diggity.
Go ahead, Aaron, and to your
Yes.
family. Yes, I love, man. We are amazing.
Yes, we
We
are.
are amazing. We are forced to be reckoned with. If we only can
Yes.
know that, y'all. When y'all tomorrow, I challenge anybody that's watching this show. It doesn't matter,
Mhm.
but if they are black, I challenge you to walk up to 5 people tomorrow that you see that you don't know and say, you know what, you are phenomenal and you are beautiful.
Mm.
That's all. That's it. You are
Challenge.
phenomenal. This is a
Challenge.
challenge. You are phenomenal and you are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Watch what'll happen. Watch it come
Yep.
back to you. I
Mm-hmm.
challenge somebody to do something nice for somebody tomorrow. If you go to Dunkin' Donuts, buy the car behind you a coffee. And it don't have to be seen. You just do
Mm-hmm.
it because you care. I think I told you, Jay, for Valentine's Day, and I know it's history behind it. I don't want to hear about that. But I made little bags for
Mm.
everybody in my community. So it's
Okay.
4 apartments down, 4 up, so it's 8 of us. And I
Okay.
put little bags on all my neighbors' doors. I didn't put my address, my phone, my name, and let me tell you why. What I signed was your neighbor, because I want
Okay.
all of us to look around and I want people to be like,
Now,
I
who
wonder
was
who did
that?
it.
Who was that? Who
So
was
right,
that?
to spread the
Yeah.
love in our neighborhood, and hopefully we'll start looking out for each other. The 8 of us in this building, we should be looking out for one another. So I pray
Right.
that just send a little love out. Like I said, buy somebody some coffee tomorrow. If you got a little extra money, send somebody a $10 cash app. Hey, I just wanted to just something, do something nice for somebody. You will be surprised if
Yes.
you do it from your heart. It will come back to you. Manifestation.
Yes. Absolutely. Speaking of which, a friend of mine, I won't say any names, she was dealing with a very important situation today. She had to go to the doctor, find out some information, make sure she was good. And she is good. She got that, but she was still, I guess she had built herself up so much because she didn't know what the news would be. And so she's, trying to calm her nerves and went to the Dunkin' Donuts, got herself something to eat. And the person in front of her paid for her food.
Look at that. And see, they had no idea what her day was like, what
What
she
her
was
day was,
going through.
that's what we talking about.
That's what we talking about.
She just started crying, She was like, he just had no idea. She's, I had to let him know. And so
Yep.
she kind of followed him and she was like, thank you so much. Thank you. And he was like, no,
Yep.
it's,
Compassion. That's what
yeah.
the world is missing. Compassion. I challenge you. I challenge you next Wednesday. I hope that you all are on here and you all can chime in because we're gonna ask. I
Mm-hmm.
challenge you. Show some compassion to somebody tomorrow. It doesn't matter
Yes.
who it is. Be polite to somebody. Be kind to somebody. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I challenge you to do it and watch. You will be surprised the energy that will pull back to you.
You sure will. You
Yes, it
sure will.
will.
It'll come back to you tenfold.
It
You
will.
just you just never realize when, but it's usually when you least expect it and when you need it most.
That's true. Or your
That's
family or
right.
your children. You never know. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to necessarily come back to you. It can come back to your loved ones. I want to shout out my babies. I got 2 babies. His birthdays is coming up there. I don't think we'll be on Voices of Vision before their birthday. I want
No.
to say happy birthday to my booba booba. Mwah. My baby will be
Boobada
9 years
boobada.
old. Booba booba. Booba
Boobada
booba
boobada.
booba. Booba. I promise
Oh
y'all,
gosh.
she's 9 in age, but she about 40 or 50 in spirit. Oh
Yes,
my
she
Lord.
is.
With
That
her
booba is the
beautiful
best.
self.
Yes.
Straight A student though.
Yeah. Oh, she
Just
got it
she's
together. She's just a mess.
who, Father, if you only knew. I did not know what starting over again meant.
Oh, but what would we
And
do without our
yes,
babies?
and I want to shout out my oldest son, Falon Hearns. Woo! Happy birthday, baby. His birthday will be coming up right after. Come here, real fast.
Right,
You
right after the
say
booba.
hi to the people. This is my booba.
Hey,
Hi.
the
I just want to
booba.
say something.
Oh,
Make
say
sure
something.
you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you won't miss any live videos. And I just want to tell y'all that this is Officer Nakia Jones. You need to look her up and read her story.
Thank you, Booba. What a plug.
Thank you,
Thank
boo.
you.
Yes, we just said
Yes.
happy birthday to you.
Enjoy your
What do you
day,
mean? It's not my
Friday.
birthday.
Yeah, it's
Not yet.
Friday.
I know. Oh wait, y'all don't have a show on Friday?
No.
Oh man. Well, thanks for the happy birthdays.
Oh.
Bye,
Go, Booba.
guys.
She a
Bye,
trip.
Booba.
She a trip. Oh, we made it through. We was a little nervous, but we made it through.
We
Wait, y'all
made
still
it all the
We
way
made it
through.
all the way through. Again, I can't wait. Miss Sade will be on here. I cannot wait. And she's a powerhouse. like her mama.
We'll just have to have a makeup show and have Sade. Yes, you are, ma'am. You're on live.
You're on
she
live.
Said, "Am I on live?" Yes, you're on live.
Thank you.
She's like, "Oh." We're gonna have a makeup show with Miss Sade Smith, who is a clinical therapist, and she will talk with us about mental health. Very important.
Oh, real quick before we get off of here, because I know our time's out. Real quick, tell them about next Wednesday show.
Next Wednesday show, y'all don't want to miss. We have the Fowler Fashions that will be premiering on the show, and they will give us a little fashion show. Tell us a little bit about themselves, about their business, and have some items for you to check out.
And guess what? And you can order online, and they boutique is on fleek. Wait a minute, Miss Cherie said I got my hair pop up. Shout out to wait a minute, let me make sure I put Sleek Me Chic in
Atlanta, Georgia.
In Kennesaw. Miss Cherise, I love you. She hooked me up. She said, "Oh, Nakia, Lord, why would you say that? I'm addicted to both boutiques." So y'all ladies, y'all got a whole week to start saving up y'all little money in coins, because y'all know spring coming. We got to be cute. A lot of us done lost weight. Some of us done gained in little different places. Let's get ready. The boutique is going to be open.
Yes, we're gonna go shopping next Wednesday. Next Wednesday it's gonna be on and crack-a-lacking. Yes, it is.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Oh my goodness, you have an audience.
If they get back in this thing, guess what? I'm gonna take these phones for the next week. I bet you won't see them.
I bet they about to disappear. They about to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for joining us. Oh yes, the purple. They
smell so good. I want to give a plug out to the Million Roses in Los Angeles. Oh my God, I got these for that. And do you know they don't die? They don't. No,
they never die. You'll have them forever.
Ever. And when I tell y'all, it smells amazing. I want to thank you. Thank you. This is amazing. Oh
yes.
All righty.
All right. You have anything you want to say before we check out of here?
Nope. I love you all. You stay safe. I didn't do my Thursday. I'll do my Thursday inspiration tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Good night, everybody. Be blessed.
Good night.